away from me because I and we, some of us, had seen a body. And there was a death certificate, there was a funeral, there was a burial. Yet, the minister was saying to the world that Elijah Muhammad was indeed alive. Some thought that the minister was an incredible liar, that I had lost my mind, and some who were in the ministry under my leadership walked away, and many of my nationalist friends walked away from me because they could not understand how I could stand before the world and say that a man that the world believed was dead was actually alive. One of my very dear friends, a lawyer who had been with me from the beginning of my effort to rebuild his work, Attorney Lou Myers, came to my house after that lecture, and we went to a little restaurant, and he said, "Brother, why did you say that? I know you're not insane, but why did you say that?" He raised a good question. And I said to him, "Brother, there are some truths that one must say, regardless of whether the people believe or disbelieve. It was my burden to suffer the consequences of the people's disbelief until further proof could be made known to them that the man that they all thought was dead was very much alive." For 29 years now, I have maintained that position. It's interesting that the 29th surah of the Quran is called Al-Ankabut, the spider, and it says, "Do men think that they will be left alone on saying, 'We believe and will not be tried,' while others were tried before you?" Well, that was a trial for those who walked with me. That was a trial for me because many, though walking with me, walked timid. They didn't walk heavy because Farrakhan, we don't know, this man may have lost it. Well, after 29 years, the work of those who condemned me as a liar has waned. And by the grace of Allah, our work will continue to grow. So I will talk to you today in a way that you have never heard me before. And the things that I will say to you today, some of you will believe, and some of you, unfortunately, will disbelieve. Some of you will come closer to me, and others will depart from me. But all of this is in the hands of Allah. For the things that I say today are the things that I must say to tell you what is coming, to help to prepare you for what is coming, and to tell you something about myself. Yes, sir. A brother that you've been looking at, many of you for years, I don't talk about myself. But today, I have to say something to you about me that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has already said to me time and time again, things that I don't talk about, but today I have to say these things, and your belief or your disbelief is not on me. My duty is not to worry about whether you believe or disbelieve. My duty is to give you a clear delivery of the message, and by the grace of God, even a fool in here today will have no excuse to disbelieve. Now, I went through an experience that verifies the truth of what I said. Now, some people think I'm a prophet. It's true. Some preachers call me a prophet. But I have to tell you, the word prophet is too cheap a word. Now wait. Prophets come in the absence of God like moonlight in the absence of the sun. They speak to you darkly. But I don't come like that. I come directly from the light of the sun. And so prophet is not for me. I come to fulfill that which you have read of your prophets. Now let's get on with the business. We have come to a crossroad in the nation of Islam. You know, Jesus was a very wonderfully wise teacher. Listen to his words. He said, "Think not that I come to bring peace." Yet Isaiah said he would be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. And of his kingdom of peace there would be no end. But when he announces himself in Matthew and through the Gospels, think not that I come to bring peace, nay, a sword. I come to set a mother-in-law against a daughter-in-law, father-in-law against a son-in-law. I come to break up things that don't belong together. And they of a man's own household will be his worst enemy. Allah says to Prophet Muhammad, among your wives and your children, there's an enemy for you, so be aware of them. Oh, I intend to, brother. Two will be grinding at the mill. All of us in the same work, but one of us ain't got the right heart. Two grinding at the mill. I'm going to take one and I'm going to leave one.